Hello everyone and welcome back to Weekend Bites with Manya. Hope you all are safe and in good health. Today we have with us a very beautiful and talented model, and she's also a content writer. Please welcome Richa Jha. Hi Richa, how are you?
Hi Manya, thank you for this lovely introduction.
Of course. How are you doing today?
I am completely fine and I would like to obviously welcome all of us, and I hope that whatever we are going to discuss, it will be insightful for many viewers.
Definitely. So let's start with you introducing yourself to our audience.
Yeah, sure. So, hi, this is Richa here. I am a fashion model based in Bombay, and apart from that, I am also professionally a content writer working as a content head, and I am also a state level roller skater, and apart from that, I am also a pageant enthusiast. So there are different facets of my personality and I love to explore like different domains. So I think I would like to describe myself as a multi-potentialite who is obviously interested in different domains and skills.
Clearly, I think you're extremely multi-talented by hearing your introduction.
I am someone, I think as a mass media student, I am someone who is always open to like different domains and like different type of activities. So yeah.
Right. So talking about one of those aspects, let's talk about modeling first. How old were you when you first got into modeling, and how has your experience been like so far?
So modeling was actually since my school days, I was always into the stage activities and all. So it was not professionally. It started as an extracurricular activity, and from there, I think when I moved to Bombay, I was 21 when I came to Bombay. So I think when I was 21, I started doing it professionally, and apart from that, when I was 18, I was like very active with the extracurricular activities and model hunts and like campus princess, like all this fest. So my first non-paid, I think, project was in like college only, and then when I came to Bombay, I started giving auditions and started working on my portfolio. Then I started doing it professionally. So yeah.
So you're not originally from Bombay. Where are you from?
No. I am not originally from Bombay. I am a Bihari, but my hometown is Surat because my dad shifted to Gujarat for the job, and also I am originally a Bihari born in Madhubani district. But my hometown is Surat and I stay in Bombay. So it's like a...
Right. So the shift obviously has got to be a little difficult for you as well, since you were very young when you moved out of your house and you shifted to Bombay, which is a big city and maybe scary for many, especially the industry part. So how was your shift from being from Bihar, then staying in another place, then moving to Bombay? How was that shift for you?
Actually, first of all, I was not entirely dependent on only this. So it was not a very difficult part for me adjusting it, because when I moved to Bombay, I was actually a student. I was studying my master's in mass communication.
Right.
So I think I feel lucky that way, because as a student, I had like a group of friends, and simultaneously I was going for auditions. So that time I was not earning, but I think when I completed my master's, after that I started like looking for job and simultaneously going for auditions. So it was not a very difficult task for me adjusting it, because I was not a person who was just relying on modeling alone. But I think financially, because of the content writing, I was like stable and I was getting like monthly payments and all. So it was not a like big hassle for me to adjust in this city. I think only if you are not financially stable, I think then there is a very big issue, like going for your auditions, training your... Because modeling, you have to take care of your everything, your dress code, your traveling expense. Unless and until you are selected, you only have to take care of everything. So yeah.
Okay. So you have a background in journalism, mass communication, like you mentioned, and you've been working as the head of content writing, in fact, at a company. So would you say modeling is more of a freelance job for you, and content writing is a full-time job?
Because I always say that modeling is not something that is it's not per monthly. It is not like monthly the models are getting paid.
Right.
So it's like obviously even though you are doing modeling, it's not always that you are working, right? You are only working when you're on the set or you have got a campaign, or else you are not working. Maybe you are working offline, you are building your brand, you are building your personal branding, and you are like going to gym and all, but eventually the final work is not always going on. So
Right.
I would like to say that I am doing both professionally, because modeling is anyway not something that it's like Monday to Sunday you will be doing
Right.
it. So,
Right.
yeah.
Right. Okay. So let's talk about the other aspects. Do you have any other interests which you mentioned? You also skate. So how did that interest begin?
So skating was actually, credit goes to my school. I did my schooling from Ryan International, and always we had skating classes, like 2 hours skating classes and swimming. So it was instilled since childhood to like be on like sports and all. So I think from that only I got used to it, and I think my teacher spotted that I was good at it, and he encouraged me that you should go to state level and participate there, and from there it started. So, yeah.
Do you skate right now also?
I skate right now, but it's not as regular as before because of the location, because the skating rink here is like very far away from my place, so it's not like a regular thing. Once a month I try to do it, but not often.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Having interest and having other passions other than what you're doing is also, it takes a weight off of you, because it's kind of like a place where you go and just relax. So I think skating would be that for you.
I think it's very important because, for example, I know many people who are entirely doing corporate, they're dedicated to the corporate industry, but then they feel like, oh, I have nothing to do and all. I think when you take interest in an artistic activity, you kind of feel creative, that apart from my mundane routine, I'm doing something else. So it's kind of liberating also at the same time.
Definitely. So, being a model comes with many obstacles as well. So would you say that the people around you, say your family members or your friends or your friend circle, they were supportive of the idea of you becoming a model, or were there any issues that side?
My parents were actually not proactive about it, because I'm born in a typical Bihari family where modeling it's not even a career, and it's not encouraged to go in this industry. So everything was academic purely, their intention was that, just like a normal parents would think, okay, complete your studies and get a high paying salary, go to office. That's what was their typical mentality.
9 to 5 job. Right.
Yeah. Still till now they say me that why you are not doing 9 to 5 job.
Oh, wow.
For them, even work from home culture is new. They are saying, what
new
you
to
are
everyone.
doing.
Right.
Yeah. They are saying, why you are not going to office? Why you are? I said, this is the new norm, and it's something that is liberating, and people can schedule their own timetable.
Right.
So I think. But yeah, initially my parents were not proactively supporting it, but they are okay with it unless and until they see that I am in the right track and I am not doing anything that is against their moral values and all. So yeah, but not proactively supporting me.
But they're okay with it. As long as they're okay with it, it's fine.
Yeah, they are okay with it. Some parents, they completely, they say that, okay, you cannot wear this clothes, or you cannot go to, even they are not allowing the girl daughter to go out of the city. So that is a big thing. My friends, they tell me how your parents allowed you to go out of
your
hometown. Yeah?
Your friend circle?
Yeah, they say me because they have a conservative parents, so they are how they allowed you to go out of Surat and alone in Bombay. It was a big thing for many of them, because still the girls have to fight for going alone and going out of their place.
There, yes. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
So I think in
I think
that
you've come a
sense,
long way,
obviously, yeah.
right?
I mean, parents' support is definitely very important because obviously, at a young age, you are not aware. Like financially, also you need little bit of help.
Need,
So
yes.
obviously, it's not possible.
Definitely, definitely. So you've participated in many pageants as well, like you mentioned. So tell us about your experience there.
I did not participate in pageant. I was a participant of Campus Princess.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So have you ever participated in fashion shows or okay? Tell us about that.
So I participated in many fashion shows. There was like a Campus Princess is a show. It's a like Femina Miss India sister organization show where the selected candidates they get finalized for the main Miss India.
Okay.
So I was a participant on that in my college during my college days in Punjab. So I was the top 10 finalist in that.
Okay.
And I think that was the moment where I thought I enjoyed like facing the crowd and all the like question answer and everything. Then I realized that okay, I love the spotlight and like I can do it. So apart from that, professionally recently I did a runway show. It was for Mercedes-Benz Bombay and made in India Swadeshi.
Oh wow. That's
It was recently, like I think 2 months back, and all this runway show was back to back. So just recent work.
Tell us about any incident that happened which was not a very good incident for you, where you felt a little disheartened about your career, about the field that you've got into.
I think the only drawback about this, like the disadvantage I would say, is lack of transparency. And sometimes it is obviously fairness is not there. Like sometimes even like if you go for an audition, even if you are not selected as a model, we need to know the feedback, like what needs to be improved. But there is no no feedback also shared. Like very rarely the feedbacks are shared.
Okay.
And I think transparency should be there, like what the models can do and whether they are shortlisted or not, so that they can get a peace of mind. Okay, now I can move to different project. But I think in this industry you don't have that direct communication and transparency. So I kind of feel a little bit angry on this facet.
Okay, all right. But what attracts you the most towards modeling? This is something that you don't like about it, but what attracts you towards it?
The first thing, obviously, my love for the camera.
Okay.
So I love like being on front of the camera. And second is meeting so many different people you have never met before. Like so many, like I never thought that I will meet like people from like artistic background, like makeup artists who are doing like crazy work, and then there are so good designers. Like mostly I was always like surrounded with nerdy people in like my school days and all. When I went to modeling, it was like totally different. Like everyone was doing something different and following their passion, which I think mostly in the corporate world many people lack that.
Okay.
So I think in the modeling world you get to meet so many people and your perspective changes in a lot of things.
Okay. I think in communication and having a social life, because modeling is a field where you need to have good contacts. As for every other field as well, but modeling, especially if you have good contacts, it can go a long way. Right. Would you
Especially, I think not in modeling, but in all the entertainment, like showbiz related careers, I think definitely it's really important, because sometimes you get a project just on basis of recommendation or word of mouth. Okay, this person is good, so you should like work with them.
Exactly.
So
I think research, what would you say actually is the factor? According to me, I think research is very important. Would you agree, or would you say all other factors are important?
Definitely. I think as a newcomer, as an aspiring model who are like entering in this industry, I get asked a lot of times this question, like how should I start my modeling, and like how should I know like which agency to apply? And my simple answer is do your research. Like lots of information are there on social media and like on Google. If you search, literally, like, there are so many blog articles like what you should do, and like your Polaroid pictures are the main things. If you want to want to get signed by an agency, there is a term called as Polaroid pictures, which is your natural pictures without any makeup. So that is very important for a fresher model to have, because only on that basis you get selected for the work. So I think basic research you should do, so that you will know who is the credible person. Even if someone is approaching you, you should first go to their LinkedIn and like whatever social media platform, whether they are genuine or not. So yeah, that is important.
Right. So do you remember your first modeling, paid modeling assignment? Your first assignment when you entered the industry? What was it?
Yeah, definitely. I think it was a runway show. It was for Avon Fashion Jewelry. It was a brand called Avon Jewelers. So my first experience was very great. And initially I was afraid about whether like I will get the payments on time or not, and whether the choreographer will like my work or not. So I think everything went seamless, and it was a great experience, like landing the first paid project.
Okay. Wow. How old were you when you got your first project?
I think I was 21.
Okay. So any current projects you're involved with?
Yeah, actually recently there are many projects lined up, but because it's not confirmed yet, so I would not like to talk about it.
Okay.
Because it's like on the shortlisting process. So that's why.
Okay, no problem. That's all right. But as long as you're working and you're happy, I think it's all good then.
Yeah, and because I said I'm not entirely dependent on this. It's not like the first thing I wake up and it's like, okay, now what is the next project? Because I am someone who is like not very like into it, but at the same time I want to maintain a balance, a healthy balance, like where I'm not forcing myself. Okay, I have to do it because it's mandatory. Like I am someone who follows my own intuition and believe that mental peace is more important. So I don't want to be in that rat race also, that okay, everyone is doing it, so I also have to do it.
No, I think that's a good way to stay healthy, mentally and physically both. You shouldn't drain yourself.
Because honestly saying, it's a very competitive field, and it's easy to fall into that comparison zone that okay, this model is getting this model. But if you are having other interests also apart from this, I think it's little bit easy to back off and like get a clarity that okay, I have my own personal goals.
I think that's great. So you've been in this industry for quite some time now. So is there any one designer or brand that you wish to work with?
Yeah, I think without any doubt, unquestionably, it should be Manish Malhotra. Manish Malhotra and Shantanu.
Okay. Why
I think
why
there are more newcomers, like more designers are there, like completely fresher, and they have so much artistic value to put in. And so I think recently in like Lakme Fashion Week, they always scout for new designers also. And I have seen their profile, and like so many good designers are there, even like youngsters like in the 18 and 19 age group.
Okay.
So definitely.
I think Manish Malhotra is quite big in the industry, all celebrities and
I think
everyone
knows him, even though like they are not into modeling, any person knows
everyone
him.
Knows Manish Malhotra, right? Right. So lastly, is there anything about your journey or your career up till now that you would like to change?
Personally, I think not anything generally, because I think whatever happened, it happened in their own pace. Right. So I don't think it's like everything is to be learned. So I don't think anything I want to go to flashback and change it. Okay. But yeah, definitely if I want to give one advice, it should be to be like work on your photos more, on your pictures, because till now I think that pictures are very important, and in the modeling industry, if you are not having like a perfect set of pictures, it's very difficult to land a job. So to work on my pictures actually, like since initial days, if I would have been like more prioritizing on the pictures, I think that would make a big difference.
Okay, I think that's good advice. I think everyone, like you mentioned in the beginning, a little insight for everyone. I think this is the insight for everyone. Do your research.
I think when I was a fresher, I was not knowing about this concept like, okay, Polaroids pictures and like modeling agencies. I was not knowing this all. Like I was interested in the modeling, but I was not knowing like, okay, there are modeling agencies where you can apply for your Polaroids, where you can send your pictures. So I think if I was aware about it when I was 18, it would be, I think, life-changing advice.
Would have been better, right? Your journey, exactly. I think everyone should do their research, do their proper research, have good communication skills, and everything that you mentioned right now in order to become a good model.
Yeah, and definitely like you can talk to the like models who are already doing it. I think many people are afraid to approach them, but out of 10, I think if you even message like 10 or 9 models, at least 2-3 will revert to you and give you a genuine feedback. So why not message them and ask them about their experience and anything, like not a silly question. First do your research, then ask them, like then contact them so that they can also take you seriously. So yeah,
right. Definitely. Thank you so much for being here with WMS today. I had a lovely time interacting with you and wish you all the best for your current project that you mentioned and all your future endeavors.
Thank you so much, Manya. It was lovely interacting with you, and definitely I'm looking forward for more such conversation.
Definitely, I'm looking forward to it as well. And to everyone else, I will see you next week with another guest. Thank you, stay safe and stay tuned.